What is up, YouTubers? Matthew Fritz, aka Jew Daddy, outside the house. So, today I'm going to make a video for all of my loyal subscribers, all 216 of you who have requested a video showing my settings for the Samsung Q90T. Now, these are strictly the settings I use for HDR gaming, and that's it. Maybe I'll post videos of other content that I watch, but right now this is strictly for gaming. So let's get right into it, shall we? But first, hold on my PS5, let's make sure we've got all our marks. And we are good for, yes, HDR and non-HDR all the way up to 4K 120 hertz. So without further ado, the first thing that you'll want to change, if you haven't already, is under General. And we go to External Device Manager. I have game mode on. So that's one of the things I do. Game Motion Plus, I don't mess with. Hey, if you guys want to reduce the blur, judder, whatever, any of that, go for it. I don't mess with it. Especially, you don't really need it for 120 hertz. If you're playing something 120 hertz. So, game mode on. Oops. Now, also, just make sure, I'm sure you guys already have done this, but under External Device Manager, also make sure that its Input Signal Plus is also turned on for the input. Alright, so, picture time. Here we go. Game mode, 16:9 standard. Okay, here you go, guys. Brightness, 42. Contrast at 36. I'll tell you why I did that in just a moment. Sharpness, I don't like it to be overly sharp. I don't like the ringing. The ringing, if you guys know what that is, on the edges of like text and other textures. I just don't like that. This is already sharp enough, especially in 4K. So I keep my sharpness at 3. Color, I like to bump up to 28. It's not too overblown, but it's still very saturated. I don't mess with tint. Local dimming, I keep on high. And contrast enhancer is also on high because I like a bright HDR picture. So it's on high, which is why I've also had to go up and adjust the contrast down a little bit. So I think typically it's around 50. But with the contrast enhancer set to high, it's a little too overblown, so I move it down to 36. Color tone, standard. I mean, most of what I have here, guys, is pretty standard, pun intended. Settings. I haven't messed with the white balance. I mean, you know, haven't done that yet. Gamma. I don't know what my options are. See, that's the only option I have anyways. Now, here's where I like it to look a little bit richer. In the dark areas, I want to make sure I get those nice deep blacks. So I have both of those settings set to a -1. That's what I like. And that's pretty much it. And my color space is set to native. So that's what I like to do for my HDR game settings. In fact, I don't know if it's in yeah, it is in HDR. It should be. Is it? Let's see. It should tell us. Yeah, it is. Game Picture Mode HDR. It says it right there. Now, guys, don't forget a very important step, which is on your PlayStation 5 or your Series X or even your PS4 Pro or your Xbox One X, whatever console, make sure to go to adjust the HDR. Once you've set your settings like this, if you want to use mine, then you go in and adjust your HDR. Don't do it before, because it might change. So try applying my settings, adjust your HDR, see what you think, and let me know in the comments section. I think I'm going to make another video showcasing some 4K 120 hertz in HDR, because there have been some people noticing issues where 4K 120 hertz is not displaying HDR. So I'm going to try a few different games here in a separate video and let you guys know what I find out. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in this comment section down below. Peace out, Girl Scouts.